Shaxe. Weeknights 9 to midnight.
I've got Lulo Cafe in the studio. How are you, sir?
Shaxe, it's been a while. Yeah, man.
It has been, man.
It's been a long time.
Thank you for not napping, for coming through to chill with me, man.
Nah, yeah, I had things to do. Otherwise, I would have been napping.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, long weekend ahead.
You got like an 11 o'clock set at Capella, right?
Yes, tonight.
So we still have got some time, okay? We're going to check out the campus countdown, by the way, coming through from 10 o'clock until midnight, okay? But for now, the spotlight is on Lulo Cafe. He's live in the studio right here on OFM, the sound of your life. Dude, first question.
Yeah.
You know, like, I remember the first time when you said you're going to call yourself Lulo Cafe before you officially went out.
Yeah.
I never got to ask you, where did the name come from? Like,
So you
I was
just
thinking
thought,
about it. Like,
you probably thought this guy. Okay,
you
whatever. Okay, Lulo, my first name is Sukhululo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lulo is short for that.
Uh-huh.
And cafe was like, is rather my style of music, my ideal surroundings, you know what I'm saying? Like the type of places where I got groomed at, you know, it was very like chilled cafe type places, yeah.
And the way you started, right, you seem to have had like a plan. Like, this is how I want to venture out. You were in retail, working at a music store. And bloom, the next thing you moved to Joburg, work for Soul Candy. The next thing, boom, first single out.
Yeah.
Lulo Cafe.
The irony of you saying the way I started.
Yes.
It was, you were there. It was on your show.
Wow.
my very, very first set. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on your show. Look, yeah, I guess.
At the varsity, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you go into things and, well, you do have, I think the plan at that time, you know, when you start off, you know, it's not really a solid plan that you can put on paper and just say, yeah, this is how it's going to work out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like a dream and you're thinking, you know, okay, here I am in retail. How am I going to consolidate this with me starting to DJ, with me doing my stint on radio? You know, so, but as I delved into the industry, as I grew within the industry, I started to formulate a plan within those. So it was some sort of a pay as you go type setup where I'm learning more stuff and I'm beginning to consolidate everything and beginning to see where I'm directed in terms of music.
I think for a lot of guys right now, the challenge is where and how do I start? Have you ever looked back and said, maybe I was early, or maybe I started earlier before anyone could actually think of doing what you are doing right now?
Yeah, my start was a bit backwards for what the normal start was. I mean, starting at retail, you know, only now I realize how much it helped me, like big time with the knowledge of what's going on, what's good, whatever, the diversity that I was exposed to here. Imagine at a music in Bloemfontein, I mean, the top selling music was Afrikaans music, and I knew it. I had a friend here, Veli, who was so deep into Afrikaans music that he taught me so much about people like Koos Kombees, what they were about, Valiant Swart, a whole lot of those artists that I was like, okay, it was interesting to see what drives someone into a certain genre. Yeah. So yes, I started without a plan. I started early, but you know, I think it helped me the way I did it. You know, I guess, I mean, formulas run out of steam. You know, everyone has a formula, and the formula starts being popular, and everyone does it. And there needs to be something new in the music industry every 2 years. There needs to be a surprise beginning, a surprise entrance by anyone in the music industry. And
I think it's safe to say that you are one of the most booked and one of the busiest DJs in SA right now. Since UPZ single that came out, you've just been booked. I don't know how many years later now, dude.
Yeah, it's since 2009.
Has it sunk in yet? Like, is this really happening to me? Are you still like, this is, you know...
I won't lie. It's been really amazing. Like, each time I call my manager on a Monday and I'm like, how are we looking this week? She's like, no, don't worry, we sorted, you know. And I mean, obviously what she does, she puts my confirmed bookings on our website, lulocafe.com. So when she does that, I always go look randomly and I'm like, wow, you know, this is almost the whole year. But what worked is that I built relationships with everyone that's ever booked me, you know. And I'm like, for me, it was just maybe I was easy to work with. That was their feedback with me, that you know there are no diva demands or anything like that. So I mean, that's one of the biggest part of my sustenance in the industry.
On air with Shaxe, weeknights 9 to midnight.